He was more than just a wrestler, he was a force of nature, a presence that electrified every arena he entered. From the moment he stepped through the curtain, you could feel the energy shift. He wasn't just there to compete, he was there to create moments that would last a lifetime. Shawn Michaels was an artist in every sense of the word. His performances were more than just matches, they were living, breathing works of art. Every movement, every gesture, every glance told a story that drew you in and refused to let go. He painted masterpieces in the wrestling ring, using his body as both brush and paint. His high-flying moves and daring risks were like strokes on a canvas, each one more daring and beautiful than the last. He captivated audiences with his athleticism, but it was his charisma and passion that truly set him apart. Every time he soared through the air or crashed to the mat, the crowd was right there with him, living every second. He made them feel the full spectrum of emotions. From the highest highs to the lowest lows, he took fans on a journey. Cheers, gasps, tears and laughter. He brought it all out of them, night after night. From joy to heartbreak, he was a master storyteller. He knew how to make you care, how to make you believe, and how to make you feel every victory and every defeat as if it were your own. He used his body as his brush, pushing himself to the limit every single night. The pain, the sweat, the sacrifice, it was all part of the masterpiece he created in the ring. The wrestling canvas was where he created magic. Under the bright lights, with the world watching, he turned every match into a moment you'd never forget. Shawn Michaels wasn't born a legend. He started as a kid with a dream, working tirelessly, training harder than anyone else, and refusing to give up no matter how tough things got. He earned every bit of his legacy through sheer determination and heart. He clawed his way to the top. He battled adversity, faced injuries, and overcame personal struggles that would have broken most. He faced his demons head-on, and every setback only made him stronger, more determined to succeed. He became a symbol of resilience, a living testament to the power of perseverance. His triumphs inspired millions, showing that no matter how many times you fall, you can always rise again. He was an inspiration to many. To every fan who ever dreamed big, to every kid who needed a hero, Shawn Michaels showed that greatness isn't just about talent, it's about heart, courage, and never giving up on yourself. Shawn Michaels was born Michael Shawn Hickenbottom, a name that would one day echo through arenas around the world. But before the bright lights and roaring crowds, he was just a regular kid with big dreams and an even bigger heart. He grew up in a small, close-knit town in Arizona, surrounded by the vast desert landscape and the warmth of a supportive family. Life moved at a slower pace there, but Shawn's imagination was always racing ahead, fueled by the stories he saw on TV and the heroes he admired. As a child, wrestling wasn't just a pastime for Shawn, it was a passion. He would sit glued to the television, eyes wide with wonder, watching his favorite wrestlers battle it out in the ring. He and his friends would recreate those epic matches in their backyards, dreaming of glory. Every night, he'd stare at the wrestling posters on his bedroom wall, imagining himself as the next big superstar. The idea of performing in front of thousands, of hearing the crowd chant his name, became his driving force. Determined to turn his dreams into reality, Shawn began training as a teenager. He spent countless hours in the gym, learning the basics, perfecting his moves, and pushing his body to its limits. The road was tough, but he never shied away from hard work. With every match, every practice, his determination only grew stronger. He laced up his boots with purpose, focused on making his mark in a world that demanded resilience and grit. Shawn wrestled in small venues across America, from high school gyms to local community centers. The crowds were small, but the lessons were huge. He honed his craft, learning from every victory and every defeat. He paid his dues, earning respect one match at a time. Long after others had gone home, Shawn would stay behind, practicing late into the night. He never gave up on his dream, no matter how distant it seemed. His dedication set him apart. From the very beginning, it was clear that Shawn had a natural talent for wrestling. His movements were fluid, his instincts sharp, and his energy infectious. He was quick on his feet, agile in the ring, and possessed a charisma that made people take notice. Whether he was performing a daring move or simply flashing a confident smile, he commanded attention. Audiences were drawn to him, sensing something special in the way he carried himself. Fans reached out, eager to connect with the young man who seemed destined for something more. He had the elusive it factor, a magnetic presence that couldn't be taught. Every time he stepped into the ring, he radiated confidence and intensity. From humble beginnings to the center of the ring, Shawn Michaels was always destined for greatness. His journey was just beginning, but already, the world was starting to take notice. He teamed up with Marty Jannetty. They became the Rockers. They were a high-flying, exciting tag team. They took the wrestling world by storm. They won championships in different promotions. They caught the eye of the WWF. They signed with the biggest wrestling company in the world. The Rockers were on their way to superstardom. They had a unique chemistry. They complemented each other's styles. They were a joy to watch. They became fan favorites. But their partnership wouldn't last forever. The Rockers split up. It was a bitter ending. Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty. He threw him through a barbershop window. It was a shocking moment. It marked the beginning of a new era. Shawn Michaels embraced his dark side. He became the Heartbreak Kid. He was arrogant, he was cocky, he broke hearts. He was also incredibly talented. He quickly rose to the top of the WWF. He became one of the biggest stars in the company. He was a main event player. Shawn Michaels revolutionized professional wrestling in ways that few could have ever imagined. From the moment he stepped into the ring, he brought an energy and charisma that electrified audiences around the world. His presence was magnetic, drawing fans in with every move, every gesture, and every daring leap from the ropes. He introduced a new style to the sport, one that was fast-paced, athletic, and full of innovation. Michaels was never content to simply follow the path set by those before him. Instead, he blazed his own trail, combining technical skill with breathtaking aerial maneuvers that left crowds in awe. He was a true showman, always looking for ways to push the envelope and redefine what was possible inside the squared circle. Taking risks became his trademark. Whether it was launching himself from the top rope or diving onto opponents outside the ring, Michaels put his body on the line every single night. He was fearless, and that fearlessness inspired a generation of wrestlers to follow in his footsteps, daring to dream bigger and perform bolder. His legendary rivalries are the stuff of wrestling folklore. The battles he waged with Bret Hart were more than just matches. They were epic stories told through athleticism and heart. Each encounter was a masterclass in storytelling, with both men pushing each other to their absolute limits. Alongside icons like Razor Ramon and Diesel, Michaels helped define an era. Together, they formed a brotherhood that dominated the 1990s wrestling scene, creating unforgettable moments both in and out of the ring. Their chemistry and camaraderie set the standard for what it meant to be a superstar during wrestling's golden age. At WrestleMania 10, Michaels truly stole the show, delivering a performance that is still talked about decades later. The crowd was on its feet, witnessing history as he redefined what it meant to be a main event performer on the grandest stage of them all. He competed in the first ever ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, a contest that would go down as one of the most innovative and influential matches in wrestling history. The sight of Michaels scaling the ladder, reaching for glory, became an iconic image that inspired countless future superstars. With every high-risk stunt and every creative move, Michaels pushed the boundaries of what was possible in a wrestling ring. He was always searching for new ways to thrill the audience, never satisfied with simply repeating what had been done before. His stamina was legendary. While many wrestlers would tire after a grueling contest, Michaels seemed to find another gear, wrestling for an hour or more without missing a beat. His endurance and determination set him apart as one of the greatest athletes the sport has ever seen. He proved his incredible conditioning and heart in the unforgettable Iron Man match with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12. For 60 minutes, the two legends battled in a contest of skill, willpower, and sheer grit, captivating fans with every second. That night, Shawn Michaels achieved his lifelong dream, becoming WWF champion for the very first time. It was a moment of triumph, the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. A moment that would forever cement his legacy as one of wrestling's all-time greats. Shawn Michaels was a polarizing figure. He was loved by fans, but he was also disliked by some. He was known for his backstage politics. He was part of a group called The Clique. They had a reputation for being difficult, honestly. They were accused of holding others back. He was involved in the Montreal Screwjob. It was a controversial moment in wrestling history. He was accused of conspiring to screw Bret Hart out of the WWF Championship, and it really tarnished his reputation. Shawn Michaels' body started to break down. Years of high-flying moves took their toll for sure. He suffered a serious back injury. He was forced to retire in 1998. He was at a low point in his life. He was battling personal demons, you know. He was struggling with addiction. He found solace in his faith. He became a born-again Christian. He turned his life around. He got clean. He focused on his family. He found peace. Shawn Michaels returned to wrestling in 2002. He was, a changed man. He was humble. He was grateful for the opportunity. And honestly, he had some of the best matches of his career. He had classic feuds with Triple H, Chris Jericho, and Kurt Angle. He proved that he was still one of the best in the world. He was a veteran presence. He helped younger wrestlers. He shared his knowledge. He put them over. He was a true professional. Shawn Michaels had his final matches at WrestleMania. He faced The Undertaker in back-to-back years. They were two of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history. He retired for good after losing to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26. They embraced in the ring. It was a passing of the torch. He left on his own terms. He went out on top. He cemented his legacy as one of the greatest of all time. Shawn Michaels is a WWE Hall of Famer. He is a multi-time world champion. He is considered one of the greatest in-ring performers ever. He inspired a generation of wrestlers. He is still involved in wrestling today. He trains young wrestlers at the WWE Performance Center. He is passing on his knowledge. He is shaping the future of wrestling. He is leaving a lasting impact on the business. Shawn Michaels' journey is a story of redemption. He went from being a cocky, controversial figure to a respected veteran. He overcame adversity. He found faith. He became a better person. He is an inspiration to us all. He showed us that it's never too late to change. He showed us that we can overcome our demons. He showed us that anything is possible if we believe in ourselves. He is Shawn Michaels, and his story will continue to be told for generations to come.